All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we are diving deep into, you guessed it, cucumbers.
Ah,
We're taking a look at this YouTube video, right, by Dr. Mandell. And, well, he's super excited about cucumbers, like really, really excited about the health benefits of cucumbers. He's calling them a miracle food. But we're going to be the judge of that.
exactly.
We're going to see. So picture this, right? You're at a party.
Yeah.
Someone starts talking about how amazing cucumbers are. And you're the one. You are the one armed with all the knowledge. You can either impress them or, politely debunk some myths, right?
Yeah, it's always good to be armed with the facts, isn't it?
It really is.
Especially when it comes to something as, well, seemingly simple as a cucumber.
Right. Exactly. Now, he starts off right away, Dr. Mandell. He sets the record straight. Cucumbers are fruits, not vegetables. I'll be honest.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's one of those things that trips people up. They see it in a salad. They think vegetable.
Totally.
But botanically speaking, fruit, because it develops from the flower of the plant. And it contains the seeds. So there you go, a little fun fact. You can break that out at your next party.
Exactly. You'll be the life of the party.
So now Dr. Mandell really gets into the hydration power of cucumbers. And he's not wrong. I mean, we all know cucumbers are mostly water.
Right. We've all heard that 90% water,
Yeah.
right?
But is it more than that?
Well, it's not just the water content. It's the type of electrolytes they contain.
Oh, okay.
Things like potassium, magnesium, sodium. And these are really crucial for regulating fluid balance in the body.
And so is that especially important then? I mean, for people who just don't drink enough water.
Absolutely. If you're someone who struggles to stay hydrated, cucumbers can be a really great way to sneak in some extra fluids.
That's a really good point. Okay, I'm already learning things.
And if you look at this historically, cucumbers have been prized for their cooling and hydrating properties for centuries.
Oh, wow.
Think about ancient Egypt, hot desert summers. Cucumbers were a staple food.
Huh, that's interesting. Makes you appreciate those crunchy cucumbers in a whole new way. Okay, so then he jumps into cardiovascular health. He's claiming that cucumbers can help manage cholesterol, provide essential minerals like potassium, magnesium. What's the science behind that?
Well, he's definitely onto something with the potassium and magnesium.
Okay.
Those are known to play a role in regulating blood pressure.
Right.
But when it comes to cholesterol, the evidence is a little less clear-cut.
Okay.
Cucumbers do contain fiber, and fiber can bind to cholesterol in the digestive tract and help lower levels.
Right.
But the amount of fiber in a typical serving of cucumber might not be enough to have a major impact.
So they might contribute to heart health, but it's not like this dramatic thing that he makes it sound like.
Exactly. It's important to be realistic about the impact of any single food.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
A heart-healthy diet is really about a variety of foods and overall lifestyle choices.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now this is a big one, right? Weight loss. Dr. Mandell is positioning cucumbers as a weight loss wonder. Is there any truth to that at all?
Well, the logic behind it is cucumbers are extremely low in calories and high in nutrient density.
Okay, so you're getting a lot of nutrients, but not a lot of calories.
Exactly. So they can be a very satisfying snack.
Yeah.
Without packing on the pounds.
Yeah, you can munch on a cucumber all day.
Exactly. Think about it. You can munch on a whole cucumber, fewer calories than a handful of chips.
Okay, so swapping out those chips for cucumber slices could actually be a smart move.
It could be, but it's crucial to remember, no single food is a magic bullet for weight loss.
Right, yeah, you can't just eat cucumbers and expect to magically, lose weight.
Exactly. It's all about making sustainable changes to your overall diet and lifestyle.
Good point, good point. Okay, now this is where things get a little eyebrow-raising. He starts talking about cucumbers detoxifying the body, helping the liver and kidneys. That's a pretty bold claim.
It is, and it really highlights the need to understand what detox really means.
Right.
Our bodies are actually incredibly efficient at removing waste on their own, primarily through the liver and kidneys.
So we're already doing it.
We're already doing it.
Okay.
Now, cucumbers do contain water and electrolytes, which can support kidney function,
Okay.
but they're not going to magically flesh out toxins any more than other water-rich foods.
So it's not that cucumbers are useless,
Right.
but they're not doing anything unique.
Exactly. The best way to support your body's natural detoxification processes is to focus on a balanced diet, stay hydrated, avoid excessive intake of processed foods, toxins.
So no need to go on a cucumber cleanse.
No cucumber cleanse necessary.
Okay, good to know. Now, he gets even bolder. He starts suggesting that compounds in cucumbers can reduce cancer in early stages. I'm guessing this is where we need to tread carefully.
Absolutely. While there is some preliminary research suggesting that certain compounds in cucumbers might have anti-cancer properties, it's important to emphasize that this research is far from conclusive.
Okay.
It's simply too early to say whether cucumbers have any significant impact on cancer prevention or treatment.
So not a cure-all for cancer then?
Not at all. Anyone concerned about cancer should consult with qualified medical professionals and rely on evidence-based treatments.
Right. Yeah, it's so important to separate hope from the proven facts, right?
Absolutely, especially when it comes to serious health conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, on a lighter note, he then goes into the beauty and bone benefits of cucumbers. He's suggesting they can prevent cataracts, slow down wrinkling, even support bone health. Are these claims based on any real science?
Well, cucumbers do contain some vitamins and nutrients that might play a role in these areas.
Okay.
For example, they have vitamin K, which is essential for bone health and helps with calcium absorption. And they have antioxidants like vitamin C, which can protect against cell damage. But
it's probably not as simple as eating a cucumber a day keeps the wrinkles away.
exactly. While these nutrients do contribute to overall health and well-being, it's unrealistic to think that cucumbers alone can prevent or reverse age-related changes.
Right, yeah, it's all a part of it.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk digestion. He highlights this erepsin. It's an enzyme in cucumbers, and it supposedly aids digestion. Is this something you've come across in your research?
Erepsin is indeed a protease,
Okay.
which is an enzyme that breaks down proteins.
Okay.
But the interesting thing here is that its role in human digestion is still being studied.
Oh, really?
Some research suggests it might help break down specific proteins, but we need more evidence to understand its full impact.
So it's not just about the presence of this enzyme, but how it actually functions within our system.
Precisely.
Okay.
And what we do know for sure is that cucumbers are a good source of fiber, which plays a crucial role in digestive health.
Right. Fiber is so important. It really is.
It adds bulk to stool, promotes regularity, supports a healthy gut microbiome.
So even if the erepsin mystery remains unsolved, we can still give cucumbers credit for their fiber content.
Absolutely, fiber is often overlooked, but it's incredibly important for overall health.
Totally agree. Okay. He also mentions cucumbers regulating blood pressure and even fighting bad breath. How valid are those claims?
Well, as we discussed earlier, cucumbers do contain potassium, which can help lower blood pressure.
Right.
However, it's unlikely that they would have a significant impact on their own.
Okay. And what about the bad breath?
The bad breath claim, well, while holding a cucumber slice on your tongue might temporarily mask odor,
Okay.
it's not going to address the underlying causes.
Right.
Bad breath is usually caused by bacteria in the mouth, and good oral hygiene is the most effective way to address that.
So not a replacement for brushing and flossing.
Definitely not. Brushing, flossing, regular dental checkups. Essential for maintaining good oral health and fresh breath.
Good to know. Now, for those of us who need a little pick-me-up in the afternoon, Dr. Mandell suggests swapping sugary drinks for cucumbers for a longer-lasting energy boost. What are your thoughts on that?
Cucumbers do contain small amounts of carbohydrates and B vitamins, which are involved in energy production.
Okay.
But compared to other healthy snacks like fruits and nuts, they're not the most potent energy source.
Gotcha. So maybe not the best choice for an afternoon slump.
If you're looking for a quick and sustained energy boost, a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts might be a better option. They provide more carbohydrates, healthy fats, protein to keep you going.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, he concludes his video by promoting cucumbers as a constipation solution. And he attributes this to their water and fiber content. What's your take on that?
He's not wrong about the importance of hydration and fiber for regular bowel movements.
Right.
And cucumbers can definitely contribute to both.
Okay.
But it's important to remember that everyone's digestive system is different.
So cucumbers can be helpful, but they might not be a universal solution.
Precisely.
And as always, it's best to address any persistent digestive issues with a healthcare professional.
Absolutely.
This has been incredibly insightful. It feels like we've just peeled back the first layer of this surprisingly complex fruit.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how a seemingly simple food, like a cucumber, can spark so much discussion and reveal so many layers of scientific nuance.
And we've only just begun. Stay tuned, deep divers, because our exploration of the amazing cucumber continues in part 2 of this deep dive.
Welcome back, deep divers. Ready to unpack some more of Dr. Mandell's claims, especially, well, those intriguing beauty benefits he mentioned.
Right, can cucumbers really give us that youthful glow? I'm all ears if they can help with wrinkles. What's the science behind that?
Well, cucumbers, they do contain silica, and silica is a mineral that's really important for collagen production.
And collagen is what keeps our skin looking young, right?
Exactly. It gives our skin its elasticity, that youthful bounce.
So there's a connection there. But how strong is it really? Can we expect a cucumber a day to keep the wrinkles away?
It's probably not that simple, but some studies have shown that silica can improve skin hydration and elasticity.
Interesting.
However, the research on cucumbers specifically is still limited.
Well,
It's likely that a healthy diet overall, including cucumbers, can contribute to good skin health. But it's not a miracle cure.
right, so maybe not a fountain of youth, but still a good addition to a healthy lifestyle. What about the claim that cucumbers can prevent cataracts?
Cucumbers do contain antioxidants like vitamin C, which can protect the cells in our eyes from damage.
Okay.
But the research on whether this translates to cataract prevention is still inconclusive.
Gotcha, so more research needed.
Exactly. More studies are needed to say for sure.
So a healthy diet that includes cucumbers might be good for eye health overall, but it's not a guarantee against cataracts.
Right. And it's always best to consult an eye care professional for any concerns about your vision.
Makes sense. Okay, let's shift gears and talk about bone health. Dr. Mandell suggests cucumbers can strengthen bones. What's the science behind that?
Well, he's right that cucumbers contain vitamin K, which is a key nutrient for bone health.
Okay, and how so?
It helps our bodies absorb calcium and use it to build strong bones.
So munching on cucumbers could contribute to stronger bones. But it's not the only factor.
Precisely. Vitamin K is just one piece of the puzzle.
Right, of course.
A balanced diet with adequate calcium and vitamin D is essential for overall bone health. And weight-bearing exercise is also important for building bone density.
So it's about holistic approach, not just relying on a single food.
Exactly.
Okay, I want to go back to the claim about erepsin aiding digestion. Dr. Mandell seemed pretty enthusiastic about this enzyme. But earlier you mentioned that its role in human digestion is still being studied. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Of course, erepsin is a type of protease, which means it breaks down proteins. But the interesting thing is, we don't fully understand how erepsin from cucumbers specifically interacts with our digestive system.
Right.
Some research suggests it might help break down certain types of proteins, but more studies are needed to confirm its exact role and effectiveness.
So it's still a bit of a mystery.
Exactly. The science is still emerging. However, we do know for sure that cucumbers are a good source of fiber, which, as we discussed earlier, is essential for digestive health.
Right. Fiber is key for keeping things moving, as they say. Now, what about Dr. Mandell's claim that cucumbers can help with bad breath? He suggests holding a slice on the roof of your mouth to kill odor-causing bacteria. What's your take on that?
Well, cucumbers do contain phytochemicals, which are plant compounds that can have antimicrobial properties.
Interesting.
It's unlikely that holding a slice on your tongue for a few seconds would have a significant impact on bad breath.
Okay.
Bad breath is usually caused by bacteria in the mouth, and good oral hygiene is the most effective way to address that.
So not a replacement for brushing and flossing.
Definitely not. Brushing, flossing, regular dental checkups. Essential for maintaining good oral health and fresh breath.
Makes sense. Speaking of fresh, Dr. Mandell suggests swapping sugary drinks for cucumbers for a longer-lasting energy boost. Is there any truth to that?
Cucumbers do contain small amounts of carbohydrates and B vitamins, which are involved in energy production.
Okay.
But compared to other healthy snacks like fruits and nuts, they're not the most potent energy source.
So maybe not the best choice for a midday slump.
If you're looking for a quick and sustained energy boost, a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts might be a better option. They provide more carbohydrates, healthy fats, and protein to keep you going.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Now, Dr. Mandell's last claim is about cucumbers being a constipation solution due to their water and fiber content. What are your thoughts on that?
He's right that staying hydrated and getting enough fiber are crucial for regular bowel movements, and cucumbers can certainly contribute to both. But it's important to remember that everyone's digestive system is different.
So cucumbers can be helpful for some, but it's not a guaranteed fix for everyone.
Exactly.
And it's always best to consult a healthcare professional if you're experiencing persistent digestive issues.
Absolutely.
This has been so interesting. I feel like I'm looking at cucumbers in a whole new light now.
It's amazing how much we can learn about something we thought we already knew.
And there's still more to uncover. Stay tuned for Part 3 Deep Divers, where we'll wrap up our cucumber investigation with some final thoughts and a question to ponder. All right, welcome back, Deep Divers, to the final part of our cucumber journey. I feel like we've gone on a real adventure here.
We've really peeled back the layers, so to speak.
We really have. Okay, so remember that party scenario we imagined at the beginning? Well, you are now officially a cucumber connoisseur.
That's right, armed and dangerous.
You can confidently, explain why it's a fruit, not a vegetable. Impress everyone with your knowledge of electrolytes and hydration. And even, get into the potential benefits for heart health and digestion.
Exactly, you can separate the hype from the real deal.
So beyond the specific facts about cucumbers, what's the bigger takeaway here? What do you think this whole deep dive reveals about how we approach health information in general?
Well, I think it highlights this really interesting trend, this growing interest in food as medicine, but also the crucial need for critical thinking when evaluating health claims.
Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in the enthusiasm, especially when someone is as passionate as Dr. Mandell.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's so important to dig a little deeper, look at the scientific evidence.
We can't just take things at face value, no matter how convincing the source might seem.
Right, and this applies to so much more than just cucumbers.
It really does.
Think about all the superfoods we see advertised.
And all those detox teas promising quick fixes.
Yeah, it's a call to action for all of us, I think, as curious deep divers, to keep questioning, keep exploring, and separating the hype from the real deal.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Keep that inquisitive spirit alive. And remember, food can be both nourishing and fascinating. Enjoy the journey of discovery.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the wonderful world of cucumbers. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world around us.